Hello everyone, today we are exploring Jogasaki Coast in Japan, but before we're going to dive in this now already amazing hike with suspension bridges and cliffs they are walking next to and over, we're just going to dive back a little bit like last day, because to get here I stayed in Ito in Japan, and it's a very onsen region, so they're one of the fourth largest, biggest onsen. And I think there's a kind of animal here underneath that I can hear, but I can't see it really. But it's the biggest onsen, like the fourth biggest onsen region in Japan. And we also went there on a mountain that we climbed. But the hostel where I was staying, it's ridiculous. We really need to check it out.
We are exploring Japan for the next 14 days. So far we have already visited Tokyo and Hakone around Mount Fuji. We'll still be visiting picturesque villages, temples, castles and snow monkeys. But for now we're at Ito and Jogasaki Coast. The hostel I'm staying is a real beautiful ryokan and even has some hot springs for you to use, and it all for 3,000 yen a night. Ito isn't the most touristy place and it is very calm. It allowed me to bring a visit to Mount Komoro, only a short bus ride away. Not the most special place, and you won't spend here a long time, even though these fake dinosaurs are pretty interesting and weird in a sense. But from the top you have a good view over the area. However, that isn't the main reason why I'm here. I'm here mainly for a walk next to the Jogasaki Coast. A great place to see some rough cliffs, the sea bouncing against those cliffs, a beautiful nature walk, with of course the odd temple on the way. The hike I do starts at Ito Kogen Station and finishes at Futo Station. Takes me a total of 5 hours to complete and sometimes gives me some strange stops on the way as well.
I'm just honestly a bit confused where I ended up on this route. I ended up in the New York Lamp and Tiffany Museum, and it looks from the outside, on the one end they enter like a botanical garden bit or like a greenhouse, but then it ends up in this kind of stained glass lamp museum, and then the view from here is really lovely. And I can imagine when the flowers are growing on those beds here in springtime, it would be fabulous to be here with nice weather. But I need to go back on the hiking trail, because from here it should end up on the hiking trail, and I don't think I was supposed to be entering from this little side entrance. So let's see if we can get back on track. Okay, you didn't have that from me. The New York Lantern Museum and Tiffany Museum cost 1,600 yen for an adult to enter, and as you saw, I can imagine it can look very lovely with beautiful weather. But yeah, if you take the hiking path from the diving center, as my map would indicate, and follow the route from there, yeah, then you might be able to enter it maybe for free. But yeah, that's not something you heard from me.
So yeah, even though the views and the area of the Tiffany and Lamp Museum were amazing, and I can imagine in spring when the flowers are blossoming it would be a really beautiful place to visit. However, at this time of the year I wouldn't pay an entrance fee for it. There are on the other hand things you can do that are free to do though.
And yeah, what is free to do is to climb the lighthouse. This is really literally free to do. You don't need to pay anything, you can just climb up, have a view around the surroundings here from the top, and not a lot of people are doing that. It's like, at the moment I'm the only one here. I was standing here for a while. I can hear some people coming up now, but yeah, you have a great 360 view around the area, so it's a great way to look around and see the dramatic waves clashing on those cliffs here. And we're almost getting to the end of our hike, which this last bit is getting just to the main road, and now we're entering Futo, which means we did a point-to-point hike. I love those things. Entering one station, walking back to 2 stations before, but I don't know, this last bit, even though it's now to the rural, like village type district, maybe it's like for Japanese the same as me walking in England or in the Netherlands through an ordinary village, but just the fact that their architecture is so different in this style, with those, like, I don't know the roofs, how to describe them. They have the triangle shape, and then with the curve somewhere, like those roundings at the end sometimes, or how that ends up. It just gives such a nice vibe over the thing, and then in the background we still have the sea for us, but I guess for now that's it for this area of Japan. We still have much more to explore, because I will have a very long journey tonight if I can make it. So yeah, not completely sure where I will end up yet tonight, but definitely way more things to do here in Japan.